and curtains and heavy colors in the back, it's because I'm in the French Lick, Indiana, if anybody's been here. It's the home of Larry Bird and a couple of wonderful golf courses. So I had a nice long weekend, and it's good to be out traveling again in some capacity, right? But as Reggie said, it is a different time and a challenging time, and the good news is we're here to make it easy. And as we talk through this platform, and you get to meet Simone and myself, that's really what it's all about, is taking everybody from some of the gaps that you see out there with systems and some of the concerns that are out there, and I'm not sure what to do and where to go, and we're there to hold your hand and really give you the service that you need, and really we have a really great tool that's, I guess it's simplistic, and it's also does everything you need it to do. So I look forward to showing it to you today. Simone is comes from the marketing side on one of our other divisions that also works within the virtual event place, and she's actually a project manager too. So while I take you through the initial platform, we're actually going to show you two programs, kind of show you behind the scenes live. One of those, AAFP, she actually project managed as well. So she comes from more of an operations standpoint, and I'm on the sales side. Neither of us are techies, but we know enough about the system to be dangerous. Community Brands, for those of you that aren't familiar, has been in existence for a number of years. We have several thousand clients globally. We support and project manage over 200,000 events annually. We have traditional event services like mobile apps, like registration and on-site badging. Comic-Con is our largest client, so if you can imagine 150,000 people showing up at once to get badges and how that might look and work, they're a great long-standing client. And then this virtual event product that we've had for years as well. We've used it often from a hybrid standpoint, but now most of the programs that we're doing are completely virtual, but it does work in both capacities. So with that, Simone, you want to say hello, or at least wave?
Yes, hi everybody. Thanks for joining us. Happy to be here.
Good. All right, so the virtual event place, what we're trying to do is replicate exactly what happens in an on-site experience, right? So you're going to have your lobby area that people are going to go into. You're going to have areas that people want to network and hang out with. You're going to want to have your exhibit hall, your trade show area, your webcast auditorium, and then a help desk as well. So again, we're trying to do and replicate everything that could take place at an on-site event, except for going to buy Reggie a beer at the bar and do it within an online platform. So that's what the system's all about. So it's an enterprise system all in one. Our lobbies are templated lobbies, but really we can make the lobbies look and feel anyhow that you want, right? So we've got standard traditional 2D corporate looks. We've got atriums. We've got a lot of logo areas, sponsorable areas, a lot of clickable areas. And again, we're going to show you a couple actual live samples a little bit later, but we can even do cool overlays in the lobbies like SCASA did here, South Carolina School Administrators. They had their program at the same exact hotel every year. People like the hotel. They always look forward to getting back to the hotel. So we just imported graphics from the hotel to make the lobby of their online event look and feel comfortable like it's at the same hotel. Here's AAFP that Simone will get into more detail on, and that's that atrium style look. But again, from a banner standpoint and an advertising standpoint and things that are clickable, again, we can customize them to look and feel like the organization themselves. This is really where your attendee journey begins. And we just, again, want to make sure that people know where to go, when they can go there, and how to get there. Your networking lounges from a theme standpoint and a look and design standpoint are going to be carried over from one lounge to another lounge. Within a lounge, you could have things like mixologists showing how to make the perfect margarita. You could have a sponsored lounge doing sponsored demos. You can have simple Zoom meeting links within lounges where people can join breakout sessions within a networking lounge. You could have birds of a feather type session. Really, it's about creating spaces where people want to go in between sessions and content and maybe trade show areas. Here's a networking lounge for AAFP that we thought was pretty cool, listening to inspiring family physician stories and how they're dealing with COVID. So we had 9 different video links for short little videos, and we changed them for 3 days. So we actually were able to listen and post 27 little quick video snips on how people are dealing with COVID to help people learn. We have chat available throughout the networking lounges. We have chat available within exhibitor booths. We've got chat available in the lobby as well. And we'll show you that when we're done here with the quick PowerPoint shots. The chat is group chat in the upper left. So anybody that's in a space or in a room can participate in group chat and can search for other people within that space. We've got one-on-one text chat by using that whisper functionality. And then we also have the live video chat as well on the right-hand corner. So anybody that's in a space or in a room, you can actually dial them up sort of like FaceTime and have a one-on-one video chat embedded within your device too. Here's your webcast auditorium. We've got 3 different types of sessions or 3 different types of webcasts that we're probably all familiar with, but we handle all 3. So it's the live webcast where it's live streaming via either Zoom or GoToMeeting. We've got simulated live sessions. So we've got simulated live where it's pre-recorded. We've got a host, we've got a moderator, we've got a green room. We're there with the speakers, and then it plays at a certain time. So the audience believes that it's live, but it's a pre-recorded content session that maybe the host or the presenter is actually moderating and doing Q&A throughout their session. And then we also have the on-demand sessions as well. That would be similar to a Netflix or a Showtime on demand. So at 2 in the morning, if you can't sleep and you want to watch a session, you can click on a session and watch it at any time. Our exhibit halls are really set up again to kind of look and feel however you want. We've got 3D dimensional looks. We've got 2D dimensional looks. We can have as many halls as we want. And again, we'll go into a couple programs and show you those halls. And when you click on a booth, you actually get taken into that booth. Here are 4 different samples, templates, and styles of booths. The upper left-hand corner was booths we created for Amazon for a truck. We've got, again, more of a corporate look or like maybe a poster presentation look on the upper right-hand corner. And then we've got the 3D dimensional looks with ADP and GoCo. And in the case of GoCo, that photo actually in the lower right-hand corner is the CEO of GoCo. So again, the booths are very, very customizable. You can make it look and feel however you want. You can add in videos. You can do business card drawings. You can add in PDFs that people can download. Here's another booth from a sporting goods show. And we can even do booth overlays like we did here. So it actually looks like a live booth as well. We have help desks that are available within the site. The help desks can be staffed by your team. They can be staffed by our team or a combination. But help is available for any of the attendees at any point. Also, to be a chat feature that we'll show you. All the reporting and metrics are available on the back end. And the reporting, frankly, is on an online event or a virtual event even better than you get in person. When I go into a booth, it knows that I went into that booth and it sees that I went into that booth, and it'll report on my activity, things that I downloaded, whether I watched the video or not. The session reports in, out, who's in sessions, time in, time out. All that information and that reporting is available again from a CEU standpoint on the back end too. And then at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Simone so she can actually dive into her program.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for that overall introduction of the product. As Scott mentioned, we did want to take the time to show you some actual live events that we've built out. It just helps you get a look and feel for some of the customization and things that we can do for our partners. So again, this is the lobby of the AAFP National Conference, and really the beauty of this is they took the opportunity to add in a lot of their branding and then a lot of sponsorship opportunities. So even things like the banners, typically those are just generic black text, but they went the extra mile. And again, that's their branding. So I think it just gives it a nice extra look and feel. And again, they are templates, but this just gives you an idea of how customized we can get. We have sponsor banners rotating here. We have a video that highlights day one. We also have banner notifications down here on the right-hand side. Again, branding up here on the wall. So if you were hosting an event with us, our project manager would take the time to kind of walk you through all the different options you have and really make this custom to your event.
Yeah, Simone, and I just want to point out that that toolbar in the upper right or the upper part of the screen in the black there with all the different tabs, wherever you go, you're going to be able to get back to any of those different rooms and any of those different spaces. So it's not like you've got hidden icons or symbols and things you have to kind of click on to try to figure out where you're going and what you're doing, right? And what's behind, you know, door number A and door number 2. All of these sites and locations within the conference is right there. Very easy click to get from one to the next.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Scott. The navigation is very intuitive. And as you mentioned, this bar at the top always lives there. So you can always navigate back to a previous area. Just to show you, kind of highlight each of these quickly for you. As Scott mentioned, we can have networking lounges. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one and we can kind of head inside there. So I know we had a question about this earlier. So kind of in their simplest form, they are a destination, just like you would have, you know, maybe a cocktail hour or kind of dedicated time where your attendees can come together and network. You definitely still want to offer that in the virtual format. It's something that people look forward to. You know, we don't want to just do content and exhibitors. We still want to make it fun and engaging for the attendees. So the networking lounges offer a great opportunity for that. Scott mentioned the chat lives in every element of the event. So you can have one-to-one video, you can have private text chat, and then you can group chat to everybody. This particular partner also wanted to have these hosted discussion groups. Their attendees are very passionate about certain topics. So we embedded Zoom links here so that you can come in just like a Zoom meeting. They had their president there answering Q&A. So again, we can walk through you with the different options and things that you can do with the lounges. There's a lot of, you know, creativity that we can showcase there. Just another sample is their sponsor lounge. So we do have gamification inside the event. We have a leaderboard. So when you click that, that will pop up the leaderboard. It just kind of allows attendees to have that competitive engagement. They can see where their points are on the leaderboard. We also took the opportunity to do some more sponsor advertising here. And this data does load in real time. So as you can see, Jesse has the most points, and you can kind of scroll down and see where you're at. So there are full details of the gamification. We can assign points to certain actions. Again, scrolling banner down here for our sponsors. And then the inspiring gallery, that's the one that Scott just showed you a quick screenshot of, but I do think it's a really great idea. They had their doctors go ahead and record, so you can pop up this video and watch this inspiring story. We also did things like custom conference backgrounds, so you can download those and save those. Quickly coming over into the programming, you'll see here, since this event was at the beginning of this month, end of July, everything is archived now, so you can come in at any time and still view the archives. You can click more info, and it will pull up a short description for you. You can also attach the slides if you want to share those with the attendees. So again, a great organized, you know, way to still provide that content. With our software, we do leave this open for 30 days after the show ends. We did something pretty custom with AFP. They have close to 500 exhibitors. So in order to make it the best experience for the attendees, we went and created this dynamic search. So if I just leave it on all exhibitors and hit search, it will populate a page that has all the exhibitors. But if I'm really looking for something specific, I can say, I only want to see residency programs and I really want to do my residency in California. So when I check off those fields and hit search, it will then only show me those exhibitors that meet that criteria. So, and that was a really great feature that we're able to customize. You can come inside one of the booths from here, and then you can see the customized booth, links, video. You can leave a business card. And again, the chat is located on every booth. We also created a social leaderboard. So this is something that we can do. We're pulling in hashtags from social channels. So again, it's just a nice way to keep the attendees engaged. You can see some fun pictures from Instagram here, tweets that went out, and then you can see who is the most active and what is the most mentioned. So you can always reward their activity on social that way. And then just the last thing to show you quickly is we did also create this custom program guide for them. So this again is another product that Community Brands offers. It's a digital guide, so you can go ahead and click it, and it's fully interactive. So the videos will play, and then everything here can be linked out, so you can link out to the different pages. You can also sell advertisements. So the beginning of the guide is outlining the conference, but as you get further into the guide, you can go ahead and sell again that ad, which is just another nice thing that you can offer to your sponsors and high-level exhibitors. And this particular guide, we do have all the metrics. This got great views. This got close to 4,000 views with about 5,000 attendees. So it's definitely something of value that was utilized during the event. And again, coming back to the navigation, we can always come back to the lobby. Scott, is there anything I didn't highlight that you'd like me to show quickly before we show them?
No, I think that's great, Simone. There's that chat on the lower right-hand corner. I'm not sure if you mentioned that chat. That's available on all the different pages as well, though. But I think it's great. Again, AAFP did a really, really nice job. There were thousands of attendees. There was over 500 exhibitors. This particular program didn't have poster hall or poster presenters, but we can embed those as just another category and a link at the top as well for programs that have posters. But I really wanted Simone to be on the call here today to not only present AAFP and give you a brief overview, but from a project management standpoint, one of the things that does separate us again is the fact that if we have the opportunity to work with you and support your association or your program, you know, we're going to have a project manager that's going to create a project plan. The project plan is going to have timelines, milestones, roles, responsibilities, things that we're going to do, things that we're going to ask you to do. And we're going to be with you the entire way, creating these sites and building this program out and making it look and feel exactly how that you want. And we're going to be there in your program with you during the event as well. So we're actually there live staffing it. We're staffing your live sessions, your simulated live sessions. So our technicians are there with you, making sure that the speakers are ready, making sure that they're comfortable. We're going to be there to answer attendees' questions if they're in the help desk or if they're chatting questions. And then again, after the program, we're going to be there to take a look and see what we did right and what can we all do better a little bit differently next time, right? Because it's a very authentic time and nothing goes perfect in this world. That's why we actually have people there with you, again, walking this experience with you as well. And Simone's a great project manager. She's had a number of programs that she's done for a number of clients, and I just wanted her to be on the call and participate from a sales standpoint as well. Right, Simone?
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, Scott. And just to kind of second that, we do have full support for things like building exhibitor booths. We host webinars for speakers to kind of get more comfortable. You know, not everybody's born a presenter or a speaker. So again, we really, it's full encompassing for all the support that we can offer you and, you know, your valued members and exhibitors and speakers.
I'm going to go back, take the screen back over and show them SAP really quick.
Of course.
So the second program I wanted to show is SAP. It's a corporate event that we actually just did late last week. So the program is still live, but again, in terms of look and feel, this is what their lobby looks like. If I just tap on SAP Insider Lobby, we've got videos right here. Again, we've got a corporate look to that. We've got lots of branding available. We have sponsor areas and banners here running through. And then that's what the live chat looks like. So again, from a chat perspective, it's very, very easy. we can see who's in the space at any given time. So there are people still in here today. And if I know Ryan or I want to contact Ryan, I just tap on Ryan's name and up comes the options for me to text chat Ryan, to call Ryan, or to do a video call with Ryan. So again, very, very easy. Just by one click of a name, I can see what my options are. So again, very, very intuitive. I can go to all these spaces. Here's networking lounges. They had 7 different lounges set up with a different topic in each. Let me tap on the cybersecurity lounge. I think what they end up doing is having sessions within their lounges, and those sessions aren't available to see here anymore, but that's where you might click on to go see a session. We've got their solutions showcase. That's what they called their exhibit hall. They had different sponsor levels. So if I tap on the double platinum sponsors to see who those were, I can go into the Accenture booth. And again, we've got avatars that people can post in there, or they can post their own videos or their own photos, their own images. And within each booth, again, you've got chat available. You don't need to opt into the chat. You can see the chat going out at any given time at any space. And that's one of the features that we like. And we've got, again, that video chat as well. Take you to the silver sponsors and see what that looks like. See what the Wind Shuttle booth was. So there's actual live pictures of the people at Wind Shuttle. So very personal and a lot of materials. I can download ebooks. I can look at brochures. I can go to product blogs. I can click on videos. And all of this is available to create by the exhibitor or by the sponsor. And as Simone said, we provide a lot of training for them to be able to create these booths. And we're not going to leave an exhibitor behind if someone's just not getting it. We're happy to jump on a screen share and walk them through it and teach them how to do it. But it's very, very easy to create these booths. Help and resources, live event agenda, the way that they had their agenda laid out. I think this looks like a PDF. So you're never tossed out of the platform. You never have to figure out how to get back in. Very, very easy navigation, very simplistic in its basic setup and approach. And that's why it works. And we've had a lot of tremendous success over the last several years, and we're doing a lot of events ongoing. Generally, from a lead time standpoint, we're asking 8 to 12 weeks. We can spin one of these up in less time, but there's no reason to make it stressful on everybody. So we love to have the 10, 12 week lead time. We are getting a lot of requests for hybrid for the first quarter, the second quarter for next year. And again, what we're trying to duplicate is the on-site experience. So we can work with it in a fully virtual environment or within a hybrid solution as well. I think that's about all that I had today. So if anybody has any questions, absolutely. There's my email address, scott.andrick@communitybrands.com. Feel free to look me up or to look Simone up on LinkedIn as well. We're happy to make more friends via that network and via that channel. And I just think it's been a great opportunity to be here today. I think we did this in less than 25 minutes. So hopefully we get a few more minutes back to everybody's schedule today. Reggie, do you have any questions for us? Or is anybody out there have any other questions as well?
Yeah, I see a few unanswered questions in the Q&A area. So I'll read through them. Where's the event tech group located? And Susan said this is a really good, great looking and interactive program. So where is the event tech group?
Well, our corporate headquarters for Community Brands is in St. Petersburg, Florida. But I've worked virtually actually for the last several years. I came from the mobile app side of our business called Core Apps. So we're actually, all of us are virtual now at this point.
Good, good. So another question is, how do organizations drive attendees to the exhibit areas? Any advice you might have for that?
Ron, that's a great question. And what we're coaching and sharing best practices on with our organizers and our customers and partners is you really have to be purposeful about your agenda, even more so in an online environment. So you really need to think about, where do we want our people to go and when do we want them to go there, and what incentive or motivation or what reason are we going to give them to be there, right? We've attended online events. I've attended the ASAE event. I attended SEMA. I was actually a speaker at Corporate Event Marketing Association. Being a speaker, I could attend it as well. I went through the schedule and I tried to figure out what sessions really interested me, right? And one of the sessions that really interested me was a sponsored session by the Nashville CVB, and it was an executive chef from one of their restaurants in Nashville in her backyard at an outdoor at an outdoor kitchen making skirt steak and marinade, and she was going to share the marinade recipe. What does it have to do with corporate event marketing? Not much, but it was interesting, and it seemed like it would be fun and a good use of my time. You just
Absolutely.
have to be creative, right? And then you can do things like drawings, right? So maybe you're doing drawings in the exhibitor area or the trade show area at certain times of the day. Maybe we do gamification. We've got custom gamification. So maybe what we do is assign more points to certain higher level exhibitors or sponsors that have paid more, right? So people can earn more points to go to their booths. And then from a leaderboard standpoint, give everybody the opportunity to play, to participate, to engage, and to potentially win.
Yeah.
We don't, Susan, we don't have an internal production company. We do partner with production companies all the time. How many consecutive sessions have the platform been able to handle? We can do concurrence, as many as you want. It's really a matter of staffing at that point. We try to use the number 25. If you asked us to do 40 concurrents and it was during a time that we might not have 10 other programs going on, we could probably take that. But again, that's more of a staffing because we're in each live session as well. So from a concurrent standpoint, we really don't have much in terms of limitations. Taking new clients for events in December, yes, we are. We're pretty much closed for October. We have pretty good availability in November, and we have definite good availability in December. Is there an ability to schedule appointments with exhibitors? We do have the scheduling component. We have a matchmaking component. Right now, the scheduling component is from an attendee to an exhibitor, not an exhibitor to an attendee, okay? Because I think too many exhibitors would probably take advantage of it and just try to book too many appointments. So it's attendee to exhibitor scheduling, and we have matchmaking as well. Yes, we have good availability for January as well. So again, I would say we've got spotty availability in October, good availability starting in November, and then all the way through the first quarter. We're okay now, but that's going to fill up quickly.
Good. Scott and Simone, one of the cool things that I see happening right now is the ability for organizations to kind of leave their event up after the broadcasted event. So what kind of time frame do you allow for people to kind of leave their event up, and is that an additional cost? Or?
Yeah, that's a great question, Reggie, and a lot of organizations do have that. As you can see, AAFP and ASAE are both still up and still live. The base price of our model, and again, it's a model that's very easy to work with because it's line item pricing, has 0 to 30 days at a set price. If you want to open for additional 30 days, we do charge an additional fee for additional 30-day increments. But for the most part, most organizations just keep it open for a few weeks, 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Got it. Well, one of the things you mentioned, which I think is we should just mention one more time, is the ability for your sponsors and exhibitors to do some things that they might not normally be able to do in an exhibit hall, such as the online cooking demonstration and things like that. Any other particular cool things you've seen people do with that kind of space?
Well, exhibitors can, again, design their booths and create their booths and link out to virtually everything. So we've got exhibitors that do screen sharing. They just bring in their Teams channel as well to do impromptu meetings. They can put in a Zoom meeting account and create impromptu Zoom meetings as well. I think from a content standpoint, you just have to think outside of how you currently do things, typically at an in-person event, right? Because we've all been an attendee online now. And if there's not a good reason to go do something, I'm better off getting up and making a sandwich or going to take the dog for a walk, right? And so you just have to be aware of that, like, and put yourself in the position of being an attendee. And am I creating content that's compelling and giving them reasons to be there? The whole gamification thing is very, very popular. We have gamification within our mobile app, the Core Apps mobile app, and it's a very, very, really great product with interactive floor plans. But not everybody uses gamification in a mobile app. I think everybody should use gamification on a virtual meeting or a hybrid meeting, because you got to get people to engage and you got to give them reasons to do things. And you have to give them some incentive to do things. Just like organizers nowadays, when Marriott sponsors an event for organizers and meeting planners, you know, they're going to make it at a great location, right, that people want to go to. And sometimes they're giving them a gift. You know, there's a little bribe factor. That's okay. That's just where we are today, right? So you got to make a good use of their time. And at the end of the day, that's what, from an organizer standpoint, have to say to themselves. I want my people, when they're done at this event, saying, that was a good use of my time. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do?
Absolutely. So, one of the things that you mentioned, and I think everybody should consider this, is when we have people in a face-to-face environment, they kind of pretty much do what we ask them to do. They go to the general session, they go to breakouts, et cetera, and they
They
kind of,
follow the crowd, right? They follow the crowd, Reggie, right?
and that's not the case online. So you really do have to make things compelling. So
Right.
let me thank both of you, Simone and Scott, for your time this morning. Great job, as usual. And I'm going to call your attention to a couple of more questions in the Q&A box that you can answer on your own there. But thank you for your time, and we'll see you down the road a bit, all right?
Great. Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you, Reggie. Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
All right. Look us up on LinkedIn. Thank you.
All right. So folks, I'm going to get the next group scheduled, but again, you got 15 minutes. We'll see you back here promptly at 11:15.